Well, hello, this is French Montreville. Today, we are going to have a non-scripted um, video that talks about the Kinesis monetary system, the gold standard, and why it's important. Why I believe that there's been a lot, and there has been a lot, and there's going to be a lot of talk about, the return of the gold standard. Obviously, you do a search on YouTube, it's all over, and it's hardly you can spend a day without talking about gold prices, the market, the economy, and of course, this is an election year. We have an undetermined ending of this current issue of health, political uncertainty, and of course, prices are going up. So part of my channel has to do with education as well. So I just posted a video about learning about the gold standard. I do hope the Professor Solano. Uh, so on my channel, the last video I posted is about the gold standard, so you can take a look at that. But today, I want to focus on kinesis. To begin with, people are asking me where do I find information, or I want more answers about kinesis. You can find more about it. Let's begin with the audit. The company is audited frequently. It does have a blueprint and a roadmap. It's important because they're not just winging it. There is a professional group of people making this happen. And on my channel, I make the information available to save me time and save you time. And after gathering a lot of information, you feel like, oh, I need somebody to talk to about this. That's why I have a Zoom room available. After you register your free account, by the way, your account is free, doesn't cost you anything. In order for you to put into application the Kinesis monetary system, having read the audit, having read about the blueprint, it's a 53 pages document, and Kinesis roadmap to see exactly where the company is going and what it has done, where it's going. You can I combined all 11 videos to learn about the 5 types of yield that Kinesis has to offer in one video for your edification, so you can actually watch the videos over and over and over. And then, more importantly, minting is the first of the 5 yield that Kinesis starts with, and it tells you right here about minting. So there are 3 short little videos you can watch, and then what is minting, why minting, and how to mint. And more importantly, when you create your Kinesis account, at the bottom of the third video, if your account is already registered with me, then depending on your goals, what you want to do you want to hold gold? Do you want to deposit gold? Because you earn a yield in a Kinesis platform for holding either currency or fiat. You might also want to take advantage of the minting, because minting pays you a 5% yield to begin with. Currently, there's a promotion going on until December 30th. You get 3 times the value for your minting cycles if you do register your account, because it does take a little time for you to understand, depending on your schedule, and of course how quick you pick up on information, which is why after you register with me, I make a Zoom room available for you to onboard you and answer all your questions and clarify any misunderstanding or clarification on things that you get, but through repetition and talk therapy and interactivity, you'll have somebody who can help you go over the details with. Now, I'm a detail-oriented person, so I kind of like the blueprint, and it's a little dry if you're not a financial person, but that's why you need contact to someone to talk to interact with, and can guide you step by step. And we can do as many Zoom meeting as you want, one on one, until you feel comfortable as to where you want to go with this system. And you can see the KVT on the Explorer. On the Kinesis Explorer, you can see both gold, the movement of gold, and silver, KAU for gold, KAG for silver. And as far as the KVT, the Kinesis Velocity Token, permit me to have some water. You can see the KVT on Etherscan to determine the circulating, and of course the maximum supply is 200,000, and it's available for your viewing, because people want to know, and it's important that you know. But today I want to give credibility to, well, to what we're doing by going through my friend.
A new gold standard for the dollar? It's coming, and when it does, it'll be good news for your cost of living and a more prosperous economy. I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to help navigate this turbulent world. The dollar and the rising price of gold are not campaign issues this year, but they will be by the next election in 2024. The result will be something that sounds utterly astonishing today, and that is a serious discussion about a new gold standard for the U.S. What is a gold standard? It means the dollar price of gold would be fixed. Today, that might be, say, $2,000 an ounce. From the 1930s to the early 1970s, when we were on a formal gold standard, the dollar was fixed at $35 an ounce. If the price went above or below $35 an ounce, measures, such as adjusting interest rates, would immediately be taken to get it back to that $35 level. Why gold? For a variety of reasons. Gold keeps its intrinsic value better than anything else in the world. We have 4,000 years of experience to back that statement. When you see the price fluctuate, what you see is the value of the dollar fluctuating. Gold's value is fixed. The dollar's value is not. The U.S. was on a gold standard from the time of George Washington until the early 1970s, when the dollar's formal link to gold was mistakenly severed. The gold standard was a key reason why, despite wars, depressions, and plenty of political turmoil, the U.S. had the greatest economic growth in human history. Since the 1970s, when the U.S. mistakenly ditched the gold standard, economic growth rate averages have fallen substantially. That's why the cost of living keeps going up. It's called inflation. We take for granted that when you go to buy a pound of cheese, the amount of cheese you get doesn't change each day. The same when you buy a quart of milk or a gallon of gasoline. Money is a measure of value. It should be fixed like that pound or quart. The value of the dollar is weakening as the Federal Reserve, our central bank, prints up globs of new money to help pay for all those COVID rescue packages. Those packages were needed, but without getting technical, the Fed is printing this money in a way that could bring big problems down the road. There are mountains of myths surrounding the gold standard, all of them wrong. So get ready. The debate about gold is coming. I'm Steve Forbes. Thank you for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.
Okay, so that was Steve talking about the gold standard. And today we're talking about Kinesis, that basically just gives you an idea. The active use of the gold standard currently in motion, already put into application through the Kinesis monetary system. So where do we go from here? Let's go over the yield. Obviously, you already know all the process. You already know on my channel where to go. And this little video, it's 25 minutes long, 25 minutes and 51 seconds. Watch that as many times as you can or want to. And do register your account, because For me to be able to onboard you with giving you password to the Zoom room, I need to have a screenshot of your registration to validate the date and time to make sure that you register with me, and to also give you answer your questions again, making sure you're absolutely comfortable to so that way you're not just seeing me on the video, you're actually connecting with me one-on-one. So anyways, on the exchange we have gold and silver. This is KAU in US dollar form. This is one Bitcoin will give you 187 grams of gold. Beautiful. Okay, so and one Ethereum. Oh, okay, that's like the 24-hour volume. Anyways, but let's not get distracted. Um, anyway, so you can also you can trade on a platform. You can trade fiat currency against gold and silver, or Ethereum is you know you can do crypto trading, crypto to gold, crypto to silver, gold to silver, silver to gold, and and then the fiat pairs, fiat, gold and silver, and crypto, all in one exchange. A virtual wallet, either by an app or a physical wallet, what's called a cool wallet, that allows you to connect your accounts with a virtual card, soon to be a physical card that you can order starting first in the US. And yeah, so the card is currently in virtual form, and you can have it in physical. And you can actually go right now to either the Apple Store, or Apple or Samsung, to download the Kinesis app, just so you can have a look and feel. But if you don't have an account, you won't mean anything. But once you create an account, you want to have your Kinesis app on your phone. And in addition to that, we also have a cool wallet. It's a physical device that you can pay with your crypto, that gives you absolute privacy as an additional layer of security. All that by visiting Kinesis.money under personal. If you click on solution, personal, and then it'll give you all the options. So the exchange, your account, dashboard, and everything is in one platform. And of course, your wallet is 100% allocated to you with the seed words, your privacy words that give you financial sovereignty. With financial sovereignty is also financial responsibility. You are 100% responsibility, and to maintain the discipline of the stewardship of your account. Because if you lose access to your private words, the 12 seed words to access your wallet, you're out of luck. So this is not something to take lightly. When you create your account, you want to make sure that you have a dedicated 2 copies. One you keep on a paper device, like a notebook, that you have all you have all your stuff to have easy access. You don't want to get a piece of paper and write it. You don't want to save it in your computer on Google Drive or Dropbox or any of that. No, not even in your computer. Externally or in paper form, where you can get easy access to it. And you need to also make sure that your account is 2FA activated in order even initiate the wallet. You need to have your 2FA. In addition to, as soon as your account is created, do your KYC as soon as possible. As soon as your KYC is approved, then activate the debit card and go to this link, the minting guide, to connect your account. Even if you're not yet ready to mint, get that out of the way, because eventually you need, all it takes is 1 gram of gold, 100 grams of gold. Let's take a look at the price of gold right now. Based on today's price for $60.87. So 100 times 60.87. So you would need $6,087 to start minting. And of course, you don't want to put $6,087. You put at least 6,100, because when you go through the whatever you have left over from depositing to exchanging your deposit to the mint, and from to the minting account, and from acquiring gold and silver, there's a transaction fee happening. And since you're not losing anyway, so whatever left over, then you can acquire either KAU or KAG, because you can get 0.1 gram of each one. So let's see. Anyways, so first, register your account. Register your account. After your account is registered, do your KYC, link your account, and link your account to your minting. At the bottom of this link, let me open it just so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay. It says get started with minting. You'll click on get started. It will ask you a few questions. Do you want to do it as an individual or as a corporation? Let's say an individual. And then you put in your name, and move forward. And after that, you will be asked a series of checklist questions. Have you created your Kinesis account? Yes or no? Have you made your first deposit? Because once you determine which one you want to do you want to do gold? You need 100 grams, or do you want to do silver? Let's see the price of silver. 25 KAG, $25 and change. 2509, 200 times 2509. So $5,018. So then you deposit, you create, you go to your account here and make your first deposit on the dashboard. Make your first deposit for either KAU or KAG. You cannot do a mix between the two. It's either one or the other, or one of each, if you have the ability. One lot of 100 grams of gold, one lot of 200 ounces of silver. And then, as soon as your account is, even before you do your KYC, you can make your first deposit. And then click on settings. Right now, my account is already verified. My minting account and my Kinesis account is linked, because I intend to do one of each minimum. So just get that out of the way. That's the productive, studious thing to do. And your account is, and then you set up. You also set up your virtual card. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because I'm getting all my stuff together because once my account is funded, I will not be making videos for that anymore. And as a matter of being transparent, I'm telling you, this is my intent to do so. And to also give you an idea what the back office looks like. So you got your virtual card. The physical card will be available to purchase your physical debit card in November next month. And your wallet, once your account is verified with KYC, you will be asked to activate your wallet. This is where you'll have words like that. And for you to basically determine the discipline to set up and secure your account. And then from here, you can learn about all the yield. You click on learn more to learn about the yield. To understand how minting works, you have to, let me give you an idea. Actually, let's not get there because I'm going to point you to a video on my channel without necessarily going through it because it's 30 minutes long. I don't want to go through it. But Ray Dalio talks about it. It's called How the Economy Works in 30 Minutes. If you watch this video, you'll understand why Kinesis minting is so powerful. But I'm going to give you a teaser so that way you can see what it's all about. How the economic machine works in 30 minutes by Ray Dalio. It's in my channel. I think it's in the Kinesis or Freebay or Carabar's playlist. Watching this video, it tells you exactly how the economy works. Understanding how the economy works, meaning that to give you a big picture, every dollar spent, portion of that dollar is also someone else's income. If there's no liquidity, there's no velocity, there's no money exchanging hands, which is why most businesses are losing. Most businesses are closing due to COVID because if you're not an essential during the first 6 months, your business closed. And with no money coming in, people who work on those businesses not having money to spend, and not having money to spend, that means they're not spending any money. If they're not spending any money, the economy is not flowing. Kinesis allow you to, first of all, create digital gold and silver, convert that gold and silver into liquidity for money to flow, and you get rewarded. You get paid for doing an existing activity that you are already doing. You pay your light bill, your cell phone bill, you pay for transportation. Either you pay with Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, PayPal, or Venmo, or whatever, WeChat, or whatever chat system that you use. On a daily basis, you transact with money, and that's an economy in motion. Understanding that, Kinesis is putting the economy in motion. This time, not backed by your credit card that you pay now and buy now and pay later in fees, but you're paying back by gold or silver. That is minting. And for doing that, when you mint gold and silver, you're putting the money, gold and silver to use. For that, you are rewarded every time you spend, every time you go to the exchange and convert your deposit into gold and silver. A fee is collected to make that transaction, and that fee is part of the global pool of all mentors, and you earned a proportion of that fee in relation to the global pool of either mentors, depositors, holders, or the cavity velocity token. And this little video explained it all in 25 minutes that you can repeat again and again. And if for any reason you're not clear on any of it, you can visit the blueprint to get a deep dive on Kinesis for you to get a big picture. So the only thing left to do is to register your account, contact me for a Zoom so I can humanize the technicals for you. To reduce your learning curve while you're putting your money together. My goal is to have 1,000 people in I don't want to put a goal to it because it doesn't depend on me, which is why I'm making video to educate you. I want to cut down the time people asking me questions back and forth. Instead of going into answering the question one on one, I want to make a video that goes over the questions most recently asked questions people ask. Well, how do I met? Or where how long Kinesis have been in business, or where are they, and they why are they, why is this and why is that. I don't want to answer those impertinent questions because relevant but repeated over time, it's non it's not a good use of my time. Okay, like in music, you practice scales over and over and over again to develop muscle memory. But also at the same time, there is a right practice and a wrong practice. If you're practicing scale with good posture, good mental clarity, and you're practicing, that's good. It's not how long you practice that matters. It's the quality of your practice and the regularity of your practice. But if you practice for like 2 hours and you make mistakes, and once you make a mistake once, the brain is wired to that mistake and you keep repeating it again and again and again. It's the same thing as answering the same impertinent questions over and over again, which is not necessary. So by giving you the blueprint in advance, and of course, unless of course you're a sluggard, you're not going to go through the blueprint and ask questions that is already available to you, well, then I have an issue with that because I don't want to waste my time and I want to deal with serious people. So there's proper practice and improper practice. Speaking of music, this is also my passion. We're talking about the gold standard. We're talking about yield, multi-yield. Let's take a break. Time to say goodbye to paying higher prices on gold, dependency on fiat, and welcome to a much more intelligent platform. It's like the beautiful sound of music. Anyways, so you get the idea. Time to say goodbye to spending money and earn no yield, or buying gold at a higher price. Time to say goodbye and time to embrace a new way, a new way of handling, dealing with money. A subject, by the way, that will continue to be with you for the rest of time, or your time on this planet. Money is one thing you cannot escape. And the older you get, the more of it you need. Kinesis give you an opportunity to earn a yield for an existing activity, spending with minting. So, to give you an idea, let's take a look at minting. What is minting?
What is minting? Minting is the process of bringing gold and silver into Kinesis. Instead of buying gold or silver from other users on the Kinesis exchange, minting lets you bring entirely new gold and silver into the Kinesis system. The minted precious metals are brought into our world-class vaulting facilities and can be made easily available to spend, send, and trade. Now, all of this is possible because we keep a digital record of your physical gold and silver. With the evolution of the blockchain, you can now sell, send, or trade your precious metals with the assurance that a record of these transactions will be stored forever. Now, all transactions through Kinesis and the Kinesis Mint are completely transparent. The gold and silver you mint is physical gold and silver, sitting within our vaults under your name, where it undergoes regular audits. And when transactions are made, we simply move the title of the physical gold or silver to a new owner. Minting is the process of digitalizing physical gold and silver. It's that simple. Now you understand what minting is, take a look at our video on why mint to find out all the benefits of minting with Kinesis. Thanks for watching.
Okay, so minting, when you go to the exchange, this gives you an infographic. Like Carol mints 300 KAU. She deposits dollars into the Kinesis Mint, which is transferred into a digital gold, 300 grams of gold. She receives a KAU. This is then emitted into a stored location in our vault. If she sends, in other words, if you have multiple people you know. So say you register and I'm your referrer. We both have a Kinesis account and we do transaction together. We'll say, for instance, I get a book you want and you want to buy it, or I get a painting that you're interested, or you want to buy my cello. You know, we transact in gold and silver. You pay me through your minting account, through your with your Kinesis account in gold because she started with gold. So when she spend, obviously she will go. She goes to McDonald's or she goes to a restaurant, fancy restaurant. She go to the museum or she goes to a theater. She uses her Kinesis virtual wallet to pay as opposed to paying with credit card, and she activates the minting yield. For now, 5% is allocated into all transaction fees, and that goes back to the minters. Carol has 300 grams of gold, KAU. She then her three her she has three positions in the minting because of the number of coins, a number of gold that she has. Carol's total is proportional to the of gold she has against the entire global community. So the total metal supply, the total volume of KAU and KOG held in the Kinesis monetary system against the number that she has, that becomes Carol's share. Anyways, there's when you watch the video, it'll make sense to you. Basically, if if you participate and between now and December 30th, that 5% is then 15. And after that, it's basically back to 5. Even 5 is still better than nothing. So 5% times the number of KAU divided by the total supply of the number of metals that is circulating in the ecosystem equal her share annually, payout monthly. That's minting for you. And any portion of that she doesn't send, spend, or trade in the exchange is then activate the holder's yield. To clarify that, I'm gonna have you see another video.
So why mint? When you mint gold or silver, you're connected to that gold or silver forever. Every time anybody, anywhere in the world, trades, sends, or spends Kinesis gold or silver, the minter receives a percentage of all the Kinesis transaction fees paid every month back to the minters in gold and silver. So the more people transacting with Kinesis currencies, the more gold and silver we distribute back to the minters. We have zero storage fees on the physical bullion you hold, as we use the fee revenue to cover the cost. You can access your gold anytime, anywhere using the Kinesis app. You can also spend your gold and silver using the Kinesis Visa card and easily withdraw your metal anytime you like. The public minting offer. Over the course of the PMO, the Kinesis minters will earn a share of global transaction fees calculated from a figure 3 times that of the amount minted. So, for example, every 10,000 minted, you will earn a monthly return of gold and silver calculated from $30,000. Not only that, all Kinesis users will receive a Kinesis Velocity token for every $50,000 minted. The KVT grants the user access to a proportionate 20% share of global transaction fees in the entire Kinesis monetary system. That's 20% of all the spending, sending, and trading worldwide paid monthly into your account in gold and silver. And don't forget, Kinesis minters have the ability to recycle the same currency through the minting process over and over, making that $50,000 KBT target quickly achievable. Now, if you want to find out more about minting, please watch our minting video. Or if you're interested in finding out exactly how to mint, watch our video on how to in the how to section. Thanks for watching.
So imagine that you, let me see, I'm going to use this instead. Imagine that you're a family. I'm going to focus on the personal. This is a sample of a family budget. You get, the mortgage, food, groceries, transportation, insurance, medical, childcare if you have kids, uh, student loans, credit cards, and the like, clothing. And right now, nobody's really going anywhere. It seems like there's no budget for clothing for some people because buying clothes is a luxury. But travel, some people travel still. But depending on your activities, uh, again, vacations, gift, recreation, college savings if you have young kids, electronics. A lot of electronics are spending or being purchased during this COVID-19 because people are at home. So a lot of Zoom meeting, cameras, and all of that stuff. And all that stuff is also paying in credit card in some cases, and that people are paying interest in for later. So you buy something for $200, you end up paying 1,000 for it, if not more, because if you're paying the minimum, if you don't pay cash for it. So that's like a regular monthly outgoing going on constantly, except for clothing. This says you don't buy clothing all the time. Assume of course that you're saving for retirement, healthcare, investment, savings, emergency fund. For some people, that's a luxury. The idea of having a an emergency fund. So Kinesis minting allow you to put into application 100 grams of gold, 200 ounces of silver, put it into minting, and basically you're now going to convert all your spending in from your minted gold and silver and convert your spending habit and earn a yield for an existing activity. And anytime that you're not spending any of it, you activate the holder's yield, which pays a 15% yield. Since I intend to do a multiple video on this subject, and I'm not gonna read all that to you, you can actually pause the audio part of it. This is the frequently asked questions about minting, and yeah. So when once you understand the power, okay, this is the minting guide. Because I think I already have that on my YouTube page, so you can actually click on that to learn the process of how to. Because there's a third video you can watch to learn how to mint. So you create an account, you connect your account to create an account, connect your account with the minting, and then so you can take advantage of the Kinesis platform. You can learn about the multi-yield. When you click on that, it brings you to yet another link for you to learn the different minting, the different cycles, the fee charge for every activity, the 5 different types of yield: minter, holder, depositor. For each, there's a little video, all 5, which is also located on my little video here. All of them are listed. So I basically combine all the videos into one to make it easier for you. Simply create your account. And then after you create your account, send me an email with the screenshot of the video of the email that you receive. and to validate the time, because I want to validate the time that you actually registered with me. And in the meantime, you can read about the audit. People ask questions about that. You can read about the blueprint, which is a 53 pages document. You can read about the roadmap. You can, again, this is a repeat, same video, the academy. And, again, this is a registration page. Do that. And you can learn about the guide, the minting, the Etherscan to track the KVT, and the KAG and KAU Kinesis Explorer to track the movement of gold and silver in our platform. Without making this video too long, because I understand people would not watch more than like 20 minutes of it, I can do a multi-part. And I do hope that starts you going, that gets you going for now until I do a multi-part on the subject. So how am I going to leave you with a short little video? Let's see which one this is. Okay, this is the yield.
9. Referrer yield. To encourage adoption and use, Kinesis has created one of the world's best referral programs. We've created an attractive incentive to bring entire communities, countries, and governments into the system of using real money once again. By becoming a referrer, it simply means that you refer an individual or business to use Kinesis. Let's say Jamal refers 5 people, and each of those people opens a Kinesis account. Each of the individuals that use Kinesis will have a total monthly spend. 7.5% of all the transaction fees accumulated from the spending of Jamal's referees will be paid back to Jamal at the end of each month in KAU or KAG, for as long as his referees are active. This is not a multi-level tiered structure. It's a flat structure, just like any other referral program. But other than giving you a one-off payment, Kinesis has decided to tie you to it for life, to contribute to the overall fee-sharing yields of the system, which ultimately benefits you and all involved. It's the accumulation of multiple yields that starts to make Kinesis a very attractive option over any monetary system available today. Kinesis is an honest and fair system designed to incentivize use and reward those who participate and help us grow. As we grow and more users start to adopt Kinesis currencies, so do your yields. Let's explore this simple example. Kinesis recruiters will receive a perpetual revenue share on all transaction fees on the Kinesis wallets they recruit. 7.5% of all the transaction fees accumulated from every person or company they've recruited will be given back to the recruiter. This is paid monthly and in gold or silver.
Okay, so I'm glad you'll see this, because on my channel also, this is all the videos you can watch. And do take a look at this video about the gold standard for you to have a better idea.